Two preseason all-conference selections here now. One looking to step into the role of wide receiver one, the other poised for a big year after the departure of Elijah Ponder to the NFL. Michael Briscoe, Ethan Rodriguez from Cal Poly. Guys, how's your media day going so far?
It's going great. Thank you for having us.
How's it?
Pretty fun. I'm enjoying myself.
We talked last night. You said you were going to do some film study, watch some interviews from last season's show. What were your biggest takeaways from the film study that you did prior to this interview today?
Just having fun and being confident in what you say. That goes into a big part of just talking to people.
Yeah, just being loose. It's just a conversation about the sport that we play. So simple.
You guys had an interesting travel experience to
Yeah,
get here. It took
definitely.
a little bit longer. And Ethan, it was extra special for you because that was the first time you had ever flown commercial.
Yeah.
How would you describe your first commercial airline experience?
Definitely an experience. There's some things I didn't know about traveling. But yeah, that was one experience, just sleeping in the airport. But yeah, I just enjoyed it with these guys, so it was pretty fun while it was a little hard.
Michael, you'd flown commercial before. You said you've been to Hawaii and Florida for football. What's your advice to Ethan for the next time he has to fly commercial like the rest of us normal people?
Don't bring anything bigger than 3 ounces.
Yeah, I had a couple things taken away.
That was the tone setter of it.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. I had a couple of things from my toiletry bag taken away, but
You can always check a bag.
oh yeah.
And have whatever size you want in there. Looking ahead to this season, Michael, you ranked 15th in the Big Sky last season in receiving yards, preseason all-conference selection. What does success look like for you as we enter 2025?
Just making every opportunity count. Every time the ball touches my hands or, I'm on the field, just playing through the whistle, making plays, making highlights, winning games at the end of the day.
And Ethan, as I said earlier, Elijah Ponder, undrafted free agent with the New England Patriots. He's an All-American staple on your D-line the last few years. You were teammates with him in high school, very good friends. How do you plan on, what advice has he given to you as you step into this new role without him by your side?
I think it's definitely helpful, him being first, just so I can see how the process is and, just the ins and outs and everything. So, it's just like he gives the little the blueprint to, how it is, the whole process. So it's definitely helpful. We talk and, we chop it up every, weekend and, he gives me like little information and everything. So it's definitely good to have him as a friend and teammate.
You're not just a student athlete, you're also a girl dad. How do you find the balance between football and fatherhood?
Yeah, being a girl dad, it's amazing, Shout out to my lady, Gabby, and then my daughter, Camila. But the balance, she holds it down, but it's definitely tough. It teaches you to mature a lot. You have to grow up a lot earlier. But, there's a lot of good things that come with it, more good than bad. But it's definitely a challenge.
What have you learned from Ethan balancing the football with the fatherhood?
Just the maturity of it, It's a grown man at the end of the day. So, yeah, just handling business. Yeah.
I had all the players write questions yesterday. Right. You each pick one. You might have two in there. You just put that one back. And one for you. And Ethan, you can go first. Just open it up and read it.
All right. What's your favorite football memory? I probably have to say my forced fumble against Stanford. That was an experience, just being at a big school and just making that type of play. So that was just very electric for me.
What year was that?
That was last season, actually.
That's
so that was one of my more memorable moments.
I love that. Michael, what's yours?
Who's your favorite UFC fighter? I'm going John Jones. Can't go wrong with John Jones.
Bones, right? John Bones Jones. It's classic. Classic answer. Awesome. Well, I appreciate both of you being here. Excited to see you ball out on the field. And I'm going to send it over to Tom Wiley with the Montana State sideline reporter, Grace Lawrence.